Hi, I'm Matt from HockeyReviews.ca, and this is the Bauer Supreme Ultrasonic Blocker review, like initial review, snapshot review in comparison to the Supreme 1S blocker. I couldn't get a 2S and I couldn't get a 2.9 blocker, so I went with the one that I had, which is the Supreme 1S. This one will not be compared in this video. I'll do a separate comparison of all the ultrasonic stuff compared to the vapor stuff. So that will be in a different video. This one is kind of going over these two and what's different on this one compared to the previous one, and from what I remember of the 2S, which I think I should be pretty good at. So I guess first of all, this blocker doesn't seem, actually that's not true. The blocker does have quite a few changes. The big is this cuff, so there's no longer a piece that goes, so make sure camera, okay, so there's no longer a piece that attaches from this point down. It just goes straight to the thumb, and the thumb is just held in place. Previously they had that little thing there. People said it got in the way. I don't know if I ever found that it got in the way, but removing it can save weight, and honestly this blocker feels super tight on your wrist and everything the way it is, so it feels awesome. So I guess great job there. The sideboard is even stiffer, as you can hopefully see. I believe the 2S, this was made of curve. If I look in here, it looks like there's a black material, but I can't tell if that's a foam or if it's curved. And I don't see a way to open this, so I can't really prove that. This one was much more flexible. The 2S was stiffer than this, but this is even stiffer. The ultrasonic brings it to the next level. Here, index finger protection is pretty similar. This one is now Velcroed in though, so you can take it out, where this one was laced in. So you could take it out if you want to unlace it. This one Velcro, so slightly easier design that way. I'm assuming you'll be able to change how deep you want it to. So you could pull it back or you could pull it down. So if you want a bit more index finger protection, it's a pretty good design right there. Thumbs are relatively the same. The cuff is kind of the same but different. You can see the previous design is kind of still there, but this, because they removed this, it's a little bit beefed. Yeah, I would say it's just a different material. I can't remember what this is called. I don't have Bauer's tech specs on me, and I haven't really read about that, so I'm just going off of what I can say about it. So this is like kind of the vapor material that was on the calf. I think it's their, I can't remember. But anyway, so that's kind of similar to what this is. This is also appears on the calf of the ultrasonic pads and on the backhand of the catching glove. So it's kind of a nice like smart foam, and this is just normal like Gen Pro right there. I like that better than this. Should wear better, and it probably shouldn't retain water. The insides, there is massively changed. So, well, this has their new, I can't remember exactly again what it's called. It was on the Vapor. Actually, I can just look at it here. Thermocore, I think Plus liner. It's on. I really love the details that they have on the Supreme. But that's not the big part of the change. I guess I'll get to that right now. Actually, we'll wait because we'll wait one more thing. The next piece, you do have this little extra piece of pillow cushion here. That was not on the Vapor, so I don't remember if that was on the previous one or not. I don't recall it being there. This now has a piece, a zipper right here, so I think you can remove a thumb pillow in and out of it. The other thing that has changed is the finger protection here is now sloped. So it's flat and then curves. Hopefully you can see that. Normally it used to be just straight out. Now it curves to your finger, which is nice because this will close off a gap between your finger as well, make it more protective. Gone is the Poron logo. I can't find it on here. It might have it, I'm not sure, but I don't see it anywhere. So that's interesting that the Poron logo is gone. Another really awesome thing about these fingers is they are Velcroable. So now you can adjust how tight the fingers are to these loops. So there's little pieces of Velcro back here. So you can adjust each individual finger on how tight it will be to this piece. So if you want certain ones loose, that's a pretty awesome design in my mind. I have never seen that before. So pretty cool there. This piece is also segmented now. This one was as well. The only reason I bring that up is because the one thing that I found that they did change is the backhand padding, like back here. I believe on the Supreme 2S, this was kind of decently padded. It felt like it was Poron, kind of the stuff back here. It does not feel like that anymore. It feels, honestly, that's kind of disappointing how that's like there's no smartphone there. I feel like they could have done a better job of that. I think the axis blocker has more padding there, so it was always nice. So that's kind of annoying in that sense. But I guess now we will get to the biggest change on this glove. And I actually liked the 1S blocker better than the 2S because of the palm. Basically, the palm I thought wasn't as thick, and it had the spandex mesh, a gusset, so it would stretch with you. And then the 2S had air knit mesh, I believe it was, or something. It was like this. So I'm pretty sure it was like that, and it was just too bulky. The palm felt way too bulky. You can see it has the inner bindings, but you can't feel it like you can on the Paseo gloves. That one feels way better. So the new one has way tighter fingers. The whole palm is so much tighter. So this Nash, right away, this is the most comfortable palm I've ever felt on a goalie glove right away. It's just unreal. It also has padding throughout the palm for shock absorption, I'm guessing, on sticks, which I can't remember if it was on the last one, but it's an interesting feel. If you like the bare one layer, don't get that obviously option, but that feels super comfortable in your hand. It feels amazing. You can see the stretch nylon right there works really well in terms of just being super comfortable in your hands, and you never notice the top, like the top seams on the inside like I did on the Paseo one. Feels totally natural. You can see the normal stitching at the bottom of the fingers. The thumb also is kind of binding this now. Again, you don't really feel any of the materials in there because it's so soft. It's honestly impressively comfortable. And the thing that they might have done is the back of the fingers feel thicker or more padded. So I don't know what they added there. I'm trying to get this on camera. Hopefully it will be. So back here feels thicker than before. So I'm not sure if they added padding back there or what, but it does feel a bit thicker. I'm not sure if I don't think it's enough to be like protection, but maybe just a little bit more comfort. I wish there was like pour-on the back end of those. And the other area that this glove's kind of lacking is CCM has a D3O on the index finger. Trying to get this out of the way so you can see. Basically, it has a D3O all on the inside of this index finger, which is right here. Hopefully that's on camera. This does not. This has nothing there at all. It's just like plain. There's no padding there. That disappoints me. I feel like Bauer could have done a better job there. Added pour-on, just give it a little more padding, because pucks still do hit this, and you can still feel it, especially after a few years. And sometimes pucks go through. That would be just a little bit extra piece of protection that wouldn't really cost that much and would just make it an even better glove. Right now, from what I can tell, board's still hard as a rock with composite. Bauer blocker rebounds are by far the better than anything on the market. So huge props to them there. I won't really talk about the graphic on this. I'll talk about it on the pads, even though the pads are all white, just because I'll go over them. But yeah, this blocker is honestly, I'm really happy I ordered a set. They have a ton of custom options for how tight the backhand feels and everything. The only, I guess, other thing I'm a bit worried about is the knuckles. So when you close, the knuckles right here feel tight on this when you're wearing them. So I don't know if that would be adjusted by this. Yeah, it doesn't. So I'm a bit concerned about that. I don't know. They'll break in, obviously, but it's just my thoughts right now. The cuff is super mobile, as you can see. Everything about this glove feels really, really good. The only thing I would say is if you do have bigger fingers, you might be coming out of the tips. Hopefully this kind of shows up because my fingers are right at the edge there, and it does feel like it's stretching a bit, but that's kind of the point of the the spandex, like stretch gussets. So hopefully that will be fine, and hopefully these won't fall apart because that seam does look a little bit iffy. But this blocker is very impressive to me. A lot of people say a blocker is a blocker. I totally disagree. There's definitely ones that are better than others. Bauer is on another tier compared to everyone else. And it's seriously impressive. You can see how used this one is for my gear. I love their blockers, and this one is just another excellent one added to the bunch. I got to give him huge props for him. This is really, really good. So that's about it for this snapshot review and comparison review for the Supreme 1S. Sorry if I missed a tech thing or whatever. Again, I don't have the sheet here. I'm just going off of me holding this and looking at it. Obviously, I can't play it because no one can right now. or no one in my area can right now. But that is basically it for this glove. Very impressed. Remember to subscribe to me on YouTube, like this video, comment if you have any questions or thoughts. Subscribe to me on YouTube, like I said. Hit the bell icon to get notified when I make new gear. There'll be gear for like videos for all this whole set, from what I can tell. I don't have a chest. I can't find a chest yet, so not that. And remember to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Links are in the description. Instagram, I'll have a bunch of comparison photos of this and do kind of small little pictures that will be useful. I'll also put a bunch of stuff up on my website as well for this line eventually. But yeah, just got to do a bunch of editing. So yeah, there'll be another video comparing this to the 2X blocker, and as well as pads and gloves. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy.